This is 18-year-old Eliot Garcia. On March 25th, 2025, Boca Raton police responded to a TD bank after receiving a report of a check fraud in progress. When officers arrived, Mr. Garcia is still standing at the front desk, attempting to cash his $5,000 check. The banker quickly noticed red flags with the check and managed to call police while stalling Mr. Garcia. Watch the stories he provides from flipping houses to a random beach meeting, and let us know what you think in the comments below.
And you clear? You're just being detained right now.
Yes,
I'll tell you in a second.
It's Alana. I have Boca Police Department.
You guys got a room? We're gonna. Lonzo. Savage, this room? Take this room. Let's go.
No, I'll tell you in a minute. You know the reason, but we'll play your game.
Freedom of address conflict?
Yep. Have a seat. All right, you're being lawfully detained right now while we investigate a fraud investigation.
Fraud?
Yep.
Why is that?
Everything will be explained to you.
I mean...
Right now, you're not free to go, and you're being lawfully detained. I'm going to reach your rights. All right? I'm required to warn you before you make any statement you have the following constitutional rights. You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Any statement can be and will be used against you in a court of law. You understand these rights? I have read them to you? You wish to answer my questions? Okay.
Officers speak with the banker and discover Eliot opened a new account at TD Bank just 2 weeks prior and find the check owner has never heard of him.
Where's your apartment? Can I see that?
Yes, this is the check that he had. She lives in New Jersey. She's in New Jersey now.
Okay, she says she never wrote this check out?
She never wrote that check. He said it's for, she has repairs. I do have the check, yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Subject came in, approached the teller. I am the assistant manager here. The teller wanted further verification. After looking at the subject's identification and the check, I realized that it may be a stolen check. So I proceeded to contact the customer.
Is there a reason why you thought it was a stolen, you said? I'm sorry.
Yes, because of the location.
Because this was in New Jersey.
A New Jersey check, yes.
So there's a little flags you saw?
Correct.
Okay.
I investigated further, realized that the subject just recently opened up an account, 2 accounts that has not been funded on March 10th. His stories that he provided to me did not add up. First he said that he purchases homes, fix them up, and resell them.
Okay.
Yes, and then he stated that he was doing some work for them, that they have property in Boca Raton, even though they live in New Jersey, and he was doing some work for them. He also stated that it was from a company, and then he switched and he said that it was from Super. So I didn't feel comfortable, so I delayed him, called the customer, and then called the police department.
So I spoke with this gentleman. He lives in Orlando. Yep. Apparently, he came down from Orlando to West Palm Beach to stay at a hotel because him and his cousin like to flip rundown apartments, houses, correct? Okay. If I'm wrong at any point, correct me, okay? Please. Okay. So he's staying in West Palm. He didn't want to cash the check in West Palm because he didn't want to get robbed. But for whatever reason, he couldn't stop in Lantana, Boynton Beach, Delray, any other city that wasn't between West Palm and the city of Boca Raton. He for whatever reason, it's just random. Now, if I understand correctly, apparently in our city, in the city of Boca Raton, there's a lot of rundown apartments that need fixing that he can flip. And he needed to cash the check for $4,150 in our city. So that he can go look at a property somewhere in the city of Boca Raton. He doesn't know where. His cousin knows where, but his cousin didn't come with him because he had other important meetings, right?
No, I didn't say meetings.
Oh, well, he had other important stuff to do, right? Okay, so he had other important stuff to do, so he just Ubered from West Palm to the city of Boca Raton to cash a check. Did I get the story right, sir? Okay, just want to make sure I was right.
So I spoke to the teller, and I spoke to. Who's that to you?
That's just the lady I had there remodeling for the house.
Where?
I don't remember, but I still have sent a company over there, but
She owns no houses in the state of Florida. She only lives in Jersey, never been down to Boca Raton.
Yeah, she lives in Jersey.
Okay. She never wrote this check out because she still has the check
Where is it?
at her house.
How would that be if the check is right there in front of me?
I'm asking you that question.
That's how I'm trying
This
to
check was
figure
written out to you.
out. Exactly, that's how I'm trying to figure out right now.
You have her information, or you can call her. If you're a client, if she's your client, you can call her.
I mean, you work in her house, right?
I sent a company to her house. I'm just literally like,
But you said you picked up the check. You went to get the check in Jersey.
yeah, I picked up that check.
In Jersey.
I didn't pick it up though, I got it mailed.
Oh, you know what? Let's call her on the phone. We'll put her on speaker for you. You have to work phone?
That's crazy though.
So when I-
It's right there in front of me though, like, what?
We're gonna send her a picture of this, so she's gonna confirm this is her signature, right? I mean, my man, you did the work, you got the check. You don't know anything about a check that was given to you?
No.
No, okay.
I mean, you saying that the check is still in Jersey, it's right there in front of me. I'm trying to figure out.
So you went all the way to Jersey to do a construction job? So what city did you go to do this job?
The company went over there to do the job for her.
Okay, so you got paid.
What's your company?
No, it's not my company.
You said your company.
I said the company.
You said it was your company.
I didn't say it was my company.
Okay, so a company is going, so why this a company, whatever the name of the a company is, giving you a check?
Okay.
To do the job.
But what job are you doing? You're here in Florida, my man. You're in
Elliot, I'm going to ask you a question, okay? You have every right to say no. Do you mind if you look through your phone?
No.
Okay, so we're going to take the evidence and seize it.
Wait.
Yep.
For what?
There's evidence
I
for
mean,
you to seize it.
it's
There's
evidence-
a warrant
no,
to
no.
get your phone.
Wait. But if I say yes, you
You said no. I'm not going to go back and
We're
forth.
seizing this
I'm just
phone.
trying to prove see if what you say conversations with this victim here, right, in your company, because usually you're going to text message some kind of proof of your company, right, and it showed you where the checkout, some kind of service, some kind of something like that. Elliot, we all been doing this job for a while.
I'm mad confused right now.
So, is there someone who told you to go cash this check in? And you're just kind of the dumb person that don't know anything?
Nah, I'm just trying to figure
Good.
out that check.
This is your chance to come clean, bro. I already cut you in more than enough lies. So this is your chance to come clean and try to help yourself. If you want to stick to your story, you're more than welcome. But even the way I explained the story and you confirmed that was your story, it doesn't makes no sense, my man. Listen, maybe if it was our first day doing this line of work, it might work.
This is South of Florida. This is king of frauds down here. This is not the first time we dealt with it.
I ain't gonna lie, I already know y'all deal with that. But I ain't gonna lie, that right there,
So who gave you that check to cash?
I don't know, some random person on the beach. I ain't gonna lie.
Is it on the beach? Where? Here or where you live?
Nah. Like, far. Like,
Did he drop you off here? Is the car still here?
nah, I'm pretty sure once they see y'all the patrol car, they've been done.
Hang on, all right?
Yeah.
So you met this random guy on the beach. He told you what? Just go in there cash?
Yeah.
Because on the March 10th, you open up an account with TD Bank.
Yeah.
Is that what he told you to do, or?
Nah, I was gonna open a link for my clothing brand, but he was like,
right.
blah, 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 TD, blah, blah, blah.
So a random guy, you know what city he was in?
Yeah,
What beach?
Tampa.
Tampa. So he was in Tampa. You met this random guy on the beach.
Yeah.
He told
He was
you.
like, yo, whatever, they're going, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, alright.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay. You ever been arrested before for anything? I'm down here in West Palm Beach County.
The people from Tampa had dropped me off here. And then I guess once they see y'all patrol car, they left.
Is it something like a friend of a friend told you to do this, or some random guy at the beach?
Some random person at the beach there. He was like, yo, I got these checks. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, they're legit. He's like, yeah, they're legit. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get into no trouble, right? He was like, nah, you good. I was like, okay, good.
The black guy, white guy, Spanish guy?
Nah,
White guy, girl.
I'm sorry?
Well, who was the guy who told you?
It was he's like Haitian, like.
So it's a black guy?
I'm not trying to lie.
What's the skin color? Is white, black, yellow?
Dark skin, he got dreads.
Okay.
Tattoos all over, literally.
How many checks did he give you? Just one?
Yeah, literally just one.
Just one.
Yeah, literally just one.
He said he gave you checks.
No, he gave me that check right there.
He just gave you
He literally just gave me this check.
one check.
And he drove you all the way down here for one check?
Is that the guy you're on the phone with when you were trying to cash the check? That's what we usually do, is they stay on the phone when we try to do this.
Nah, that's somebody else.
How much money were you supposed to get paid from that? From the $49.50 that you were gonna take out, how much was your cut?
Probably like 15.
1,500?
And he dropped you off, and he says, and
You just said cash it. I was like, okay.
what car did he drop you off in?
It's one of the electric ones,
Like a Tesla?
Nah, Panava, something like that.
The Kona, whatever it is?
Cayenne, I don't know. It's like Cayenne something. I don't know.
Is it the Hyundai?
No.
It's newer EV. What color? So we're gonna check the camera. So I mean, it's better to be honest. If you came in the car, or you dropped off, or were you dropped off in the front, or you dropped off in the back? Were you dropped off on the side, the front, or the back? Because we're gonna check the cameras. There's a bank. There's cameras everywhere. Walked where? You said you were dropped off.
I don't know, but I dropped off like down the street and I walked to.
So I believe you're telling part of the story, right? You came honest with someone telling you to do this.
Yeah.
But it ain't some guy on the beach. It's probably someone you know. It's probably someone who's done this before. Say, hey, I did it once. It went through in Tampa. And he took you from Tampa to here. And you don't know what kind of car it was.
I would say I don't know car.
You said it was an EV car, newer, right? What color was it?
It's like a reddish. It's like a dark reddish, like a wine color.
Where did he drop you off?
Literally at the light.
This light where? There's a wide open window. One of the light is right here. So that cameras that point that way. We're going to see you walk.
That point that way?
Or were they going to see you walk?
Yeah.
You understand you're in serious trouble right now, right? I hope you know that. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up with you, okay? You're looking at a couple felonies. This is felony, man.
What?
Yeah. You're looking at washing a check, that's a felony. And fraud, that's another felony. The amount is over $750, so another felony. So right now you're looking at 3 felonies alone, yourself.
Yeah.
So we're giving you the chance to try to help yourself.
What would be helping you?
The truth. The truth will help you because when we present a case later to the state attorney's office, they're going to see everything and they're going to be like, okay, this guy's cooperating or something. I don't think that you're the person involved in this. I think this is a bigger ring. I think that there's way more people involved in this. I don't think you're the only person that they're using to cash these checks. And the reason I know this is because a couple months ago, I made this same arrest for somebody else. Okay? So, it's up to you if you want to see the state, okay, hey, I cooperated, he was being truthful, let's see what we can do to help him out. And I'm not saying to help you out that they're going to give you a deal or anything like that. I'm not mentioning anything, I'm not promising you anything. I am not. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, it's just going to help you later in the long run because everybody's going to have access to all of this. All of this is being video and audio recorded. We have all the evidence. We're getting the statements, right? So all of this information is going to come into play later in court. So we already caught your line, right? But now you're finally starting to tell somewhat of the truth, right? It's not a good look when the state attorney is reviewing this and they're like, okay, he's not even remorseful about what he's doing. He doesn't care about what he's doing. Okay. Then they're going to give you what they're going to give you. Okay? Again, I didn't make you any promise. I'm not telling you that something's going to change. However, being truthful and you telling the truth and maybe even getting the people that got you in this situation involved. Because as you can see, the people that dropped you off here, the moment they saw our cars, I know that they took off at a high rate of speed. They got in that highway and they say, lose this guy's contact number and it's over. You think you're ever gonna hear from them again? You think they're gonna post your bail?
You gotta think. You were set to make what? $1,500? $1,000. So they gave you one check for $1,000 is what you were gonna get. Think about how many checks they're giving out to people, how much money they're making. They're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're about to make $1,000. And like he said, 3 felonies. 3 felonies for $1,000. Let that sink in. You know?
It's gonna be up there. You're gonna, depending on the amount of felonies we're gonna put. I don't want to give you a number, then I'm wrong. You get what I'm saying? But this is the one and only chance and opportunity we're gonna give you to come clean. Once we lock into your statement, guess what? Whatever you tell us, that's what's gonna be locked into your statement. Then it's up to the attorneys later on and the state how they're gonna want to handle this. Okay, but it's up to you, because I don't think you are the person at fault for this. Somebody used you, and now look who's the one in handcuffs, and look who's the one that just took off in a car and they're hanging out home.
And all they lost was a piece of paper.
Somebody's calling you, some Javi guy FaceTiming you. Okay. So you want to take the fall for everything? It's you?
Take the fall for everything.
Yeah. Like, so this was your idea? This is your whole plot? Okay. So whose idea was for you to do this? There's no way you just were walking around the beach holding hands or walking by yourself holding the air and you decided to be like, oh, hey, how you doing, stranger? Oh, I can make $1,000. Let me jump in your car and let's go to the city of Boca Raton so I can make some money. I highly doubt that's what happened. But if that's the statement you want to stick to, I'll be more than happy when we go in front of the judge to let the judge know that was your statement. So, what happened?
I was at the beach on Tampa.
When?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, okay. And then what happened?
I was just walking. I walked out of a restaurant. Some guy was like, hey, yo, how old you is? I was like, I'm 18 years old. And he was like, hey, you trying to make a quick $1,000? I'm like, sure. And then once he showed me the check, I'm like, 4,000. So I'm only getting $1,000 for a $4,000 check. Don't make no sense. And I was like, you know what? He'll probably give me more bread. So I was like, no, I'll just go through with it, cash a check, give him whatever he gives, and then whatever he gives me, he gives me. That was literally the end of it. That was it.
Okay. Well, how did you contact with this person?
Huh?
How did you communicate with this person?
In person.
Okay, so you know them for 2 weeks, correct? 2 weeks from today, correct? Give or take?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been with him every single day, 24/7 with him for the last 2 weeks?
Nah.
Okay, so how did you communicate? Did you guys use like brain signals, smoke signals? How did you communicate with him?
Nah, he just told me what to do, and I already had it like memorized.
Okay, so he tells you what to do, but somebody dropped you off. So how did you communicate with these people?
I didn't communicate with him.
How did you get from Tampa, right? If you guys met in Tampa on the beach, I'm assuming like Clearwater, St. Pete, right? It's the other side of the state. So in a 2 week time frame, follow me, 2 week time frame, you got from there to here with him. How did you orchestrate him picking you up and driving you here? Did you send him mail? Did you call him? Did you FaceTime him? Did you Uvu, MySpace? Like, what did you guys use to coordinate you getting here today? That's what we're trying to figure
He
out.
literally paid for everything.
But that's not what I'm asking.
Oh.
I'm not asking what he paid for. How did you guys arrange, like, Instagram DMs? Did you, like, DM him, like, hey, dude, I'm ready to go at noon?
Nah, it was just.
I'll pick you up.
Yeah, he'll pick me up and then he'll drop me off and then he'll drop me off.
So how did he know when to pick you up and where to pick you up?
Because he already dropped me off the first time when we came from that.
So he just came at a random time and you were like, oh, perfect, I've been ready. So you were outside your house for hours just waiting with your stuff to come out?
Not waiting for hours, but he knocked on the door and he just was there. So I was, all right, let's go.
So he's familiar with the area over here.
I guess so.
So he's from over here.
I don't know where he's from. I literally met him in Tampa.
So then how did he know where you lived?
He didn't know where I lived. I met him in Tampa.
Maybe I'm just really confused with the situation, right? So you live here, but you were in Tampa, right? You live in West Palm, sorry.
I don't live here.
Where do you live?
In Orlando.
You live in Orlando.
Yeah.
So he picks you up in Orlando after meeting 2 weeks ago in Tampa. And then somehow you guys end up driving down here?
Yeah.
So how did he know what time, what day to get from Tampa to Orlando to pick you up?
He didn't know no time. He just pulled up.
Okay. You just want to lie, my man. It is what it is, bro. Come on, bro. Like, you mean to tell me in a nature of communication where you have a phone that's been blowing up this whole time during a conversation, you didn't get his phone number? So somebody tells you, a random person you never met in your life, tells you, hey, I'm going to give you $1,000. And the first thing is like, okay, you're a stranger. You didn't worry that he was going to go to your house to kill you and your family. No, none of that went through your head. And you don't, not even worried that he knows where you live. Now that you're caught, you're not worried that he knows where you live.
Now, when you say it like that, yeah, just a little bit, but I mean, I don't think he's gonna. Well, I don't know. You're right.
I guess we'll never know,
Yeah, we'll never know.
right?
Yeah, we'll
Well, you might know, but we won't know. Okay. Like I said, we'll seize this. We're gonna do a whole analytical. We'll get a warrant for this. This tells the truth. Okay. That's fine. Listen, bro. I want to tell you something, okay? So you understand how this works. Even when you delete stuff in this, nothing is permanently deleted. And once we get the warrant and we get the stuff we need, everything you even ever deleted, we're going to be able to see. So, yes.
A detective stops by to ask Eliot a few questions before he is taken to jail.
All right, so he changed the story a little bit. So
Okay.
we didn't meet him in Tampa. Met him in Fort Lauderdale, like literally a couple days ago. This is, I mean, and take it for what it's worth. Like, you're still not being super clear about how you got down here because you told me one thing, but now you're telling me another thing, right? So this is just something you, like I told you before. You're articulate. You seem like you have it.
Well, there goes a clean record.
You have a conversation. You have a clean record, bro. But like this. I mean, listen, it's like I said, it's not the crime of the century, but you had to know, look, you have to, if someone hands you a check with these two people's names on it and say, oh, go in here and do this, like, come on, bro. Like,
The thing is, I did it before, like a regular employer check. So when I didn't have a bank, that's how I would get my money. Like I would literally go cash it out.
You are smart. Some random dude in Fort Lauderdale comes up to you and says, oh, you want to do TD? That's wild, bro. That you would even
The thing is,
tell me
that would be a
chill,
fast
like-
investment, though. That's how I seen it, though.
Okay, well,
But
you
it happened so
never
fast that
ever do it again, obviously.
Ever in
Now
my
you're
life,
getting
ever.
arrested for it, right? And
Exactly.
ruining that record. But like I said, you're 18, okay? It's a crime, 100%, and you're going to jail for it, right? But if you really don't have any other prior arrests or anything like
I
that,
have nothing, literally.
okay?
Zero.
And then you go see a judge, and they have plenty of things. They have diversion programs.
What was the difference in your story with her? So just so that way I'm caught up to speed, right? Because here's where I'm at, right? I'm not trying to ask you. I'm gonna be straight up with you, right? Man to man. You told us one story. That's all I know. She can tell me her story, and it's coming from her, so it's a game of telephone, right? I don't like playing telephone. I'd rather hear from you, so that way when I write my report, it's your words and not somebody else's, right? So you met this dude in Fort Lauderdale 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You go back home. What happened?
No, I didn't. I stayed in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, so you stay down there, and then
Stayed
what?
out there, literally, he said, just give me a couple days. I was like, all right, I'll give you a couple days. The day comes, he said, all right, this is what you're going to do. You're going to walk in TD, I'm going to give you this check, and you're going to walk out.
Okay.
Literally made it simple like that.
He filled out.
He didn't give me the details, he didn't give me nothing. Like, he didn't give me arrangements or nothing. He
Yeah.
literally said, I'm going to give you this check. Once you walk in TD,
Cash it, and you're out.
literally simple as that.
So like this is from my understanding, not like
No, you good.
just clarifying. Did he have you fill it out, or did he already have this information for the lady? It was already filled out. Okay.
He literally gave it to me. He said, "Walk in here." And
So he already knew your name and stuff to fill it out, and then he knew what, I guess, dollar amount he wanted it all to be and stuff.
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess the only thing he asked me for was a name, like mine.
Sorry,
My name.
your name.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's.
I just didn't hear you.
No, you good.
Okay. And then what? He picked you up earlier today. Y'all came straight here, and that was it. Y'all ain't been hanging out the last 2 days.
Literally, that's it.
Okay. All right.
He just made it so simple, so I didn't really like
Oh, I feel
say it
that.
back in my head like, damn, this is dumb.
You walk out with a
It makes no
band
sense.
too.
Like, and that band was literally going to go to my clothing, like.
Go to your what?
My clothing brand. Like,
Clothing. I got you.
Like,
Alright.
I was about to open. That's why I opened TD originally, to make a business,
Yeah.
to make it as a business account.
Okay.
But, like, bro, it's too late for that. No.
We're gonna search you before we put you in the
Yeah.
vehicle. 'Cause
Oh,
you,
no,
you understand?
no, yeah.
You understand you're under arrest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Spread your feet for me, sir. A little more wider than that. You're gonna have to go wider. A little bit wider. Yep. I'll show you. Right there, like that.
You gonna hold me if I fall?
100%. What do you think my hand is here? You see what I'm saying? Look, I got my leg and my arm, making sure you don't fall, bro.
I'm not trying to eat shit.
I know, bro.
I'm
You
not
good?
trying to eat shit.
I get it. I get it,
It's
bro.
all love, bro. I didn't even.
I feel you. Listen, I get it. I get it.
Hey, so listen, I'm not asking this to be funny, right? I ask everybody this before I put them in my car. I'm gonna pat you down. Is there anything that's gonna poke me, stick me, or harm me? Okay.
No.
So that covers
I just
anything
have
on.
lighters.
Just hear me out. Anything that covers anything on the outside of your body. Do you have anything on the inside of your body? I ask everybody.
No, you
because
good,
here's
no.
the reason I'm asking it is it's fine now, but once you get to the jail, they're gonna X-ray you, and if they see something inside you, it's another charge.
Oh,
So
no,
if you want to
no.
tell me now, we
No, I
can
don't
figure
got-
that
I
out.
don't got no-
You sure?
Yeah, 100%.
No piercings in places that
No,
I'm not
no.
gonna find. Okay.
No.
All right.
Eliot Garcia was charged with felony grand theft, felony uttering of counterfeit check, and felony fraudulent use of personal identification.